Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. This here is a crazy troll nation of YouTube. We start here with chapstick. The crazy because we just are here. We being me, myself, and I. I can be hella entertaining. I hope you feel that way too. Yes, I do curse on my channel sometimes. I hope that's not offensive. The troll because there is no such thing. And also just to make a tiny bit of fun of the perfection aspect of the beauty community, you must use this tool. You must use this brand. You must apply it this way. You need to do this and you need to do that or your makeup will never look right. Fuck all of that. Ooh, I did say I curse, right? Here it is about self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, wrinkles, wide nose, partial double chin, chubby face, whatever it is. Embrace your natural features. Enhance them if you want to. We love playing in face paint, but not falling into you need to do a certain thing because somebody else says so. We're adults here. Have fun playing in your makeup. Self-acceptance, self-love. That's the basic concept of the Crazy Troll Nation. I would love to have you join. I'll show you what else we do here on this channel. This video I'm hella excited for and also a little nervous for. It's another collab with my homegirl GelBeauty87. She is awesome. She got me hyped. You see me, right? I'm just like, yo, listen, if you like bold colors, if you like just out the box, just doing your thing and rocking it, that's your girl. That is your girl. She is awesome. She does a lot of different types of videos. She does new releases. She does indie brand stuff. She does palette mashups. She also uses palettes that are not so new, which is great because we see stuff and then when the hype wears down, it's like, do people still use that? Yes, we do. And she does. And that's what's great about it is you get a little bit of everything on her channel. And she's going to tell you how she feels about something. She's not going to mince words. She's not going to sugarcoat. She's going to tell you what she thinks. And her channel is awesome. Will be linked below. Her collab video to this collab will be down below. Can you tell how excited I am? I feel like I'm talking real fast. I just realized I didn't pull out any brushes. Brows are done. Base face is done. What we're doing here, as you can tell from the title, Adept Cosmetics. I opened it and looked at it, and it came the day Fabulous 50osity was here, but it came after we did our haul video, like an hour later. And so we looked at it. We're careful not to drool over it because it was just like, oh, this is so pretty. And then I packaged it back up because I'm like, okay, I'm not going to put my grubby hands in it. I'm going to wait because Joe Beauty and I had already said, you know, when we get our palettes, we'll do a collab and do looks. So I was like, okay, so let me just put her away. So this is how it came. This is my first thing ever that I ordered from Adept Cosmetics. My brain locked up for a split second. Did you hear it? It was like click off, click on. Anyway, I did win in a giveaway from GelBeauty87 along with a lot of other stuff, the Plain Jane palette. So that was my introduction to Adept Cosmetics and I really liked it. I loved it that they don't use glitter. My eyes do not tolerate glitter. So if you've never received anything from them, it comes in a box. And I was just like, how do you get it out? So there's like a sleeve on top and this actually comes out. Then there's a card in here. This collaboration has been a dream come true. I hope this palette makes you as happy as it makes me. Thank you for your love and support at Adept Cosmetics plus Heather. You can't see if there's a glare or not. So that's what that says. And then you have a lot of foam, like it is well packaged. So this is here. And then your palette is here, and it is like a whole foam thing you can take out, but I did not. And something is going to fall. This is wrapped in plastic. I have not taken it off. I'm going to do that right now. So this is what it looks like. You've seen it on YouTube. I did yesterday pull off the plastic that was on the mirror, and it does come with this over top of the shadows. And the reason I took the plastic off the mirror, this is upside down, but this is what it looks like. Actually, I can do this and I'll show you why I took the plastic off of it last night. So this is what it looks like. I took the plastic off the mirror last night so I can take this picture because what Gel Beauty decided, I told her I wanted her to pick the colors for this collab because our last collab, she likes bold and bright colors and I do too, but I also like dark and smoky. And with the Whistler palette, it shows like all the dark colors. And so I really did feel bad. And so I told her this time I would rather her pick the colors because I didn't want to chance her being disappointed again, or we do a palette bingo and it picks like all shimmers. Some are shimmers, some are dual chrome, some are multi-chrome. And so I'm like, what the hell am I going to do? So what she decided is we'll do one look with these 3 columns on one eye and do our second look, these 3 columns on the other eye. I was looking at it thinking, what am I going to do with these? I didn't want to do, because I've seen a lot of just like a green look or the orange look, and I'm like, that's a little too easy. Beautiful looks though. But when you do a collab, palette bingo, whatever, I think it's supposed to challenge you. And so I looked at the colors in the picture that I showed you and I wrote down notes. I think GelBeauty87 is just going to wing it, which will be awesome. And I love that she does that, because then it's like, how do you do that? Even though you're watching how she does that. And so I have notes here on what I'm going to do. And I'm going to pause because I need to pull out brushes. And then we'll come back, put on primer, blend that out, and jump right in. And as I'm applying the shadows, there will not be a lot of editing because it's one look here and one look here. So it's nothing to edit out between one eye or the next eye. But I'm going to turn this off, pull out my brushes, come back, and we'll get started with the look. I pulled out 2 sets of brushes for each eye, and I laid them in order that I think I'm going to use them. And let me know if you think I'm overthinking when I do all of this, but I forget stuff. So for our tear duct area, we're going to use a Fenty 220. For our lid shade, an Hourglass number 3. For our outer corner, we're going to use an Esom T37. For our transition shade, we will most likely use the Scott Barnes number 61. And if we need to blend it, we'll use the Scott Barnes number 62. First half of lower lash line, Scott Barnes number 60. And the outer lower lash line, Makeup Forever number 210. And I have 2 sets out, one for one eye, one for the other eye, since we're using different colors. Mascara, I did a look the other day and I was so excited with the look, I forgot to use mascara. If I don't forget, for the eye with the orange red tones, we're going to use Miss Merlot, Fenty 4 Frontal. And for the green eye, that half of the palette, we're going to use Fenty 4 Frontal and Ivy League, if we don't forget. And for our upper lash line, MAC Paint Pot and Black Mirror. That's what the plan is. And so for right now, I don't have a red one. This is a NYX retractable eyeliner, and this color is deep purple. So that's going to go for the red eye. And I usually do use an eyeliner as a base for shadow on my lower lash line, which you don't have to. You can just use shadow under here, or you can just use the liner and then just smudge it out. But I find that the shadow lasts better over a base. And then there are some people who spray their brush with the shadow on it for their lower lash line, even if it's a matte shade. I haven't tried that yet. I hear it works well though, but I just haven't tried it yet. And while we're here, we're going to go ahead and put this on our lower waterline. I think I was going to do this in the look I did the other day, and I forgot that as well. I was just so happy with how the look came out. I think I want to take this up here too, on my upper waterline. Sorry if me being bug-eyed freaks you out. If that freaks you out, wait till you see the rest of what I do on my channel. This one is the Sephora retractable eyeliner, and this shade is Matte Moss. This is green. This is going to go over here under this lower lash line. This is going to be really interesting because I found for me, when I use dual chrome or multi-chromes, it's best just to have that one shade across my lid, because then you can really see all the shifts. And so with using 4 of the 6 shades on each eye, being shimmer, dual chrome and or multi-chrome, I was like, what the hell is this going to look like? And that's why I sat down last night. Today is April 9th, if I didn't say. That's why I sat down last night to look at, okay, what would go where it would look like a gradient or the same shade versus like vastly different shades. And so I'm taking a Q-tip now because trolls have teary eyes. Not all trolls, but me. I have teary eyes, especially after I put on eyeliner on my inner rims. Okay, Fenty eyeshadow primer as usual. And also I found that I like using a black base under dual chromes or multi-chromes, but we're just going to use them regular today just to see what happens. This is my first time using this palette, and I don't know why I took this all the way up to my brow bone, because I seriously doubt that any of these will be a brow bone highlight. Oh, I think I am using up this primer here, which is great. I do go through the Fenty primers and the brow products. I'm going to edit out blending this out. Where did I put the brush? Angled concealer brush. I'm gonna edit this part out. I didn't feel like GelBeauty87 and I were late doing this video, even though all the PRs have been sent out. You know, people have done their videos, done a couple looks with them. So in a way, yeah, in a way I felt we were late, but in a way not, because it sold out so quick. Now it's on pre-order, and so those who have done the pre-order for the second launch, they might not get their palette for another month. And so I think we're like right on time, right in the middle. And also because we're not doing the typical orange eye, green eye, I think this will help someone see what else they can do with this palette. And so I am really excited for this. We're going to jump in. I am going to say the shades, but I'm just going to keep it moving. And I will put the placement below. So we're going to go into So Excited. Whew. And it would be nice if I did show you, because just because. So this is going to go on inner tear, duct tear, and I'm doing it this way just for time, because I don't want this video to be super long. I have a feeling it might be like 40 minutes. I really do, but we'll see. So that's there, and that is a shifty shade. And as I was saying, when you don't place it all over the lid, you don't really see all the shifts, which is fine. And so putting that brush down, then we're going to go into Passport. I like that Heather doesn't use, or like to use, her fingers for shadows, and so I didn't feel obligated. Okay. I didn't feel obligated to put down an extra base or have to wet my brush, which I kind of feel like I want to do. But really what I would like to do, and I may recreate this look another time over a black base, because I think that would really bring out the shifts in this color, because it is looking very sheer. I can see the shifts, but it's still just very sheer. And I don't remember if others were using a base or not. So this is what we have, and this isn't as awful as I thought it was going to be. And not that I thought it was going to be awful, but I thought, you know, are the shades going to show up, or they're going to look right together using so many shimmers and dual chromes and or multi-chromes? But that's what we got. Switch brushes. We're going into Scrubs. Scrubs is the blue purple one, and that's going to go over here. You know what? I'm like, why? This one is very creamy, because it's creating a dip in the palette already. This is creamy. Just the brush is creating a dip. So I am thinking, and I do have to put some pressure to get it onto my lid. I'm thinking this would work better with a sponge tip applicator. This is a very soft shade. This is not what I was thinking it was going to look like. Like seriously, like it's interesting, but we're learning. I can't see what it looks like right here. I am going to take, and I really didn't want to do extra stuff, I'm going to take a sponge tip applicator, and I'm going to put this shade on here This is a very, very soft shade. It's very creamy. And I'm going to put that here. Oh, now I see the shifts. So this may be what you will need to do. Or for those of you who use your fingers, use your fingers. So now I'm seeing two shades for this. I'm seeing a darker shade here. Actually, this looks burgundy-ish. And up here, to me, it looks like a purple blue. This is what makes collabs fun, especially when you haven't used a palette before, because you really are learning as you go, which is wonderful. And you're learning along with me. So I'm going back to this brush just to blend over. And I'm going to go back to the brush I used for that center shade and just sweep that over just to blend. But I think the blend is good. Yeah, interesting. So we're going to go into Atlas for our transition. That's a matte shade, that mustardy shade. And we're going to put that up here. Typically what I saw was this as a transition, and then PA02, which is the corner shade, as a crease shade. And I didn't want to do a typical look. So that's why I'm doing this the way I'm doing it. And I am going to go in with this brush, same shade, and blend that a little bit more further up into the transition since I have so much space up here. So we're not taking it all the way up, but just blending it a little bit. And we're not going to do anything for brow bone highlight. So this is going to be this eye, except for the lower lash line, and we're going to get ready to do that. So I do think this is definitely different. How do I feel about it? I'm not sure yet. So now we're going to take Video Chat, which is that top, these shades are soft, that top corner shade. And that's going to go right here. Is that even showing up? Yeah, it is. It kind of is, but then it's kind of not. And maybe I need a different brush. I can see it. Oh, I got it in my eye. Sponge tip applicator, but thankfully it's not a glitter. Sponge tip applicator. I need to buy some more of these. And we're going to, oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get more of these because this is the only pack I have, and someone gifted this to me. So when these are gone, and I pulled these out specifically for the celestial shades in, that got in my eye, but it's not glitter, so it's not bothersome. Excuse me, Pat McGrath Mothership palettes. And now we're gonna take that bottom corner shade, PA02, and we're going to tap that we're going to tap that right here. And we're going to connect, even though it's not going to stay connected because I have teary eyes. And we're just going to go lightly in between. So this is that look. The the brush we use for our transition shade, not adding any color on here. We're just going to sweep that back and forth. That eye is done except for eyeliner. Moving on to the next eye. We're going to take Austin. Where is she? That's the one next to that lower yellowish green shade on the bottom row. And this is the Chunky Monkey too. And so that's going here. I am really curious to see. This is a really soft shade as well. I am really anxious to see the look that GelBeauty87 does. Her looks are awesome, y'all. She just goes for it, and I love that about her channel. So that could be a brow bone highlight, because yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna need to invest in some more sponge tip applicators because these shades are really soft. I thought I saw glitter on my face, which I probably do, but then I have highlight on, so we'll just pretend that it's the fallout is part of the highlight. I am going to experiment with these for our center lid shade 0603. This one is soft as well. I didn't even tap off. I didn't put primer over here. What the hell? Why didn't y'all tell me? I did put primer over here. So why were not my lids sticking? Because usually it sticks. I did do primer here. Because I'm looking like, why is this sticking? But it doesn't feel sticky, because usually it does. Excuse me, when I don't put shadow on, within like a minute, this part of my lid sticks to the lower part of my lid. Maybe I was so fixated on what this was looking like that I didn't pay attention to it. That was strange. This one is showing up nicely. These are very soft. I'm not tapping off. The Fenty primer is a tacky primer. And actually, I'm not even really getting fallout, even from the chunky shades. Because they're chunky, but they're smooth at the same time, which is an interesting combination. I'm going to take some more because I want to take this a little higher up. And I'm patting and not sweeping just to help not have fallout, just in case that were to happen. And also when we do our transition shade, we'll be doing the windshield wiper thing. So, interesting. Very, very interesting. We're going to put that brush down and we're going to go into Hey Y'all, which is like a pinky something or other. These shades are soft. I did not expect this, and I'm trying to remember if I heard people say that. I really don't remember. But these, even just tapping in with the brush, excuse me, is putting dips in the shadows. So if this is on your pan your palette list, you will pan it because these are soft. And we're just going to sweep over just a little bit. Was that the right shade for that? Yeah, outer lid. So we have like the purple, pinky shift over there, and we got whatever shifts going on over here on this eye, and then this eye. I do like the looks. I just like more vibrant, and so I think I just need to do a different base or put a black base underneath. Mythology, that mustardy greenish top corner shade, that's going to go up here. And again, I didn't want to do the typical mustard grungy eye. So if you're waiting for this palette to come in the mail, this is another option. I like how that looks versus just the orange look or the green look or the grungy look. We're going to take this brush, we're going to dip into the same shade Mythology, and it's going to sweep that back and forth. We're not going to do a brow bone highlight, but we are just going to take this up some, but we're going to leave this bare. I like that. Lower lash line, we're going to take Smith, that lower corner yellow shade. And this one is showing up a lot more than this one did initially. So for those of you who don't want to use your fingers, invest in some of these. And these are said to, not this brand in particular, but the sponge tips are said to mimic your finger when applying eyeshadow. That came out nice. Yeah, so far I do like the looks. I just expected more pow. And it may be, as I said, I need to put a base under it, a black base under it. And maybe just use the sponge tip all over the lid because the colors are there, it's just there. And I did an example, not an example, an experiment. This is Magnolia, the green on the top row, with the Mary Jane palette, where I did one eye with just the Fenty primer and the other eye Fenty primer, and then with the black base on top of that, and then excuse me, put the shadow on, and it was a noticeable difference between how the colors showed up. I did not mean to bring this up here, but that's okay because we're going to put liner on. We're going to go back to our, I'm going to take a clean one because that had, you know what? No, I'm not. We're just going to sweep that because I was figuring since this is a mustard shade on here and this is green and mustardy under here, it doesn't matter. So that is that look. And so I do like them. Definitely different. Definitely giving you other options on what to do with this look. We're going to take MAC's Paint Pot and Black Mirror. I keep wanting to say black track fluid line. So that's why that sentence came out so slow, because I know it's not the fluid line and I know it's not black track. And so even though I wanted to say that, I knew that's not what it was. And so I just had to get my thoughts to match what was going to come out of my mouth. Tell me I'm not the only one. And I say stuff half-ass backwards at least 1/3 of the time anyway. So if you've been here before, you already know. So I'm going to bring this up to where that green was that I didn't mean to take up that far. Do a little tiny baby wing. So let me know what you're thinking of this half of the palette, that look. And what you're thinking of the look on this eye, which is the first half of the palette. And thank you, GelBeauty87, for that idea. Because it's also nice to be able to say, I used every shade in this palette. And that's my goal when I first get a palette. And even having only 12 shades, it still is nice to say I used every shade in this palette. And in one video with 2 different looks. I think I might recreate them, I'm not sure, but if I do, it will be over base, or I'll just try 1 or 2 of the shimmers, dual chrome, multi-chromes on the lid. I like that, and I like my wings, and they're not completely eaten up when I smile. Kind of, sort of, but not really. All right, so I didn't forget anything. We're going to do Miss Merlot on this eye. I'm trying to figure out what to do for lip. What are you thinking? Just keep it neutral or do a black? I think the black would be too much because the eye is just real sparkly. But also I don't want to do a sparkly lip either. That's always the question. You see this mascara? Look at that. It's like it's there, not there. This color. I love these. And this is Ivy League, which is the green. What are we going to do for lips? Do a purple on one side and a green on the other side. I did just show in a video that won't be uploaded for like another couple weeks of a lippy that actually did look green. So I could do half and half like I did for the Hooded Morena IG challenge that we did. Well, not even a challenge, just a collab. The good troll, bad troll, good witch, bad witch look. So should I do that? I think I am. This is gonna look crazy. And I don't do the matchy. So like, what the hell am I thinking? All right, so this is Velvet Room. Was that the one I got? Yeah, the one that was gifted to me was Poser. This is gonna look crazy. So this is Velvet Room. All right, let me stop laughing. Trying to be careful because I don't want it to be patchy and I don't want to put too much. I don't know why. Some parts of it is looking watery. This is interesting. I don't know why this is challenging. Maybe because I'm just doing half. This is the one that was runny on me. This is Take, which is the green. Oh, this was runny. I don't know why. This one smells different than this one. Yo, I am friggin' nuts. I am friggin' nuts. This looks crazy. But in a good way. If you're still here, leave a purple and green emoji down below. And also like this video if you do like it. This is crazy. This is friggin' nuts. I do like this with the look because it plays off of, is this the right one? Yeah. This plays off of this mustard yellow. I'm taking some more of this one. There's a gap. We're going to leave that like that, even though you can tell I messed up right there. We're going to leave it because if I keep messing with it, it's going to look worse. I say as I mess with it. Okay, that did it. Oh! All right, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. So again, this is, let me put the foam over this. Yo, this was really something. Oh, and this is the way it was. So these six shades are on this eye. These 6 shades are on this eye. And I'm interested to see the playback when I edit because I can't see the shift that you see. These are the looks. Let me know what you think. And GelBeauty87. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Please do check her out. Her links will be down below. Do I got lipstick on these? Not anymore. You will see me. This looks like Christmas balls. I mean, not, well, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. You will see me in the next video.